If you're somebody who's ever felt stuck in one version of yourself, like you've become trapped in this is the way I act, this is the things I believe, this is how I behave, this is how I dress, this is how I present myself. And even if there's a part of you that wants to change and wants to be someone different, you feel like you've gone too far and now it's too late to turn back, then this video is for you. Hi friends, my name is Alexis. Welcome back to my channel where we kind of just sit and yap about different things, and hopefully at the end of the video we walk away feeling like we have a little bit more direction or like you got something off your chest. So on the topic of reinventing yourself whenever you want, I think it's very common for us to get stuck in these boxes, get stuck in these identities, and these identities can form from a variety of things. Maybe it's based on a talent we had when we were young. Maybe it's based on things other people expect from us. Maybe it's based on things we expect from us. It could also be based on things we think other people expect from us, right? Once you go through life trying to be or being that version of yourself, you stop questioning where the root of that desire came from, and you just assume this is me. This is who I am, and it doesn't change. As a personal example, when I was young, I was convinced that I was not a creative person. This is all throughout elementary school, middle school, even high school. I would have told you that I was somebody who was good at math and science, and that anything art related was not my wheelhouse. This identity that I created actually kept me away from trying anything creative. I had kind of put a boundary up and said, this is not my thing, therefore I will not really even attempt to explore it because it's not me. So even if I did maybe have some small interest or inclination to do something, I probably shied away from it instead. It wasn't until college, and then more specifically a few years ago, that I had the realization that one, I actually have a deeper desire to pursue creative things. Two, I might actually be good at those creative things. And three, once I actually started trying them out, I realized, oh, this is way better than things I had been trying to force myself into in the past. It's been difficult, but over the past 3 years, I've been really trying to find a new direction for myself, and I'm starting to see that direction definitely take a more creative turn, which has been very interesting to explore for me. So through this experience for me, I realized that a lot of the identities we hold and a lot of the things that we think we are just things that were decided in the past, either by us or for us, that we just kept running with. We never took the time to sit and revisit these things and think, does 25-year-old me want what 13-year-old me wanted or thought she wanted, right? So I think another reason why we have so much friction when it comes to this reinvention, and I say the word reinvention and that sounds very dramatic, but a reinvention can be dramatic, but it can also be very minimal yet have huge impacts. A reinvention can be wearing clothes you were always scared to wear, right? A reinvention can be joining a class you've always been scared to join. These are not things that are going to completely, topple the life that you once knew, but it does get you one step closer to, being a version of yourself that you're more happy with and that you feel more aligned with. Another ginormous part of the friction we feel with reinvention is perception. It's my favorite word. We are all a little bit worried about what other people are going to think when we decide to change a part of ourselves. People might think, oh, that's out of character for them. They might think they're being fake. They're trying to, play a part. They might think it's a phase. And all of those perceptions are things that make us feel insecure about, changing our tune. And the thing I've had to constantly remind myself is that if I continuously make choices for other people, I will regret it. The goal is to remove ourselves from how is somebody going to react to what I'm doing and shift that to, am I doing what I want to be doing? Or am I doing things that the type of person I want to be would do? And I guarantee that once you start to become the person you actually want to be and start doing things that align with what you want to be doing, not what you think you should be doing, the opinions of others will begin to hold little to no weight. Other people's opinions never disappear, but they're not gonna have as tight of a hold on you as they do now. So, some actionable steps. If you're somebody who knows deep down that you have a desire to be or do something different than what you're doing now, but you've always chickened out or told yourself that's not me, take one small step towards that. You don't have to take the leap. I know it's hard to do everything at once, but take one small step. That could be researching a class to go to if you're trying to learn a new skill. That can be, let's say you're trying to change your style, purchasing one new piece and planning where you're going to wear it. You're not going to wake up one day and become an entirely new person, but every baby step adds up. If you're someone who maybe doesn't have a clear direction for reinvention, but you do know that where you're at right now is maybe not necessarily where you want to be, start by exploring things that you've told yourself in the past are not you. This can be a good starting point to try and open up the doors of possibility for you to explore in the hopes of finding something that you align with a little bit more than maybe what it is you're doing now. Just because you decided you were a certain version of you in the past doesn't mean you still have to be that version now. Closing thoughts, if there's something that you want to explore, if there's something you want to try, if there's someone you want to be, you're better off trying that now and not waiting till later, because the longer that you stay in this version, the more stuck you start to feel, the harder it is to break out of that. And we are the ones who hold the keys. We have all the power in the way that we show up. So give yourself the best fighting chance to show up in the way that you truly desire to. Comment down below something you've always wanted to try or a new direction you're trying to explore in your life. And I hope this gave somebody a little bit of motivation to begin taking the steps towards living the life they want to live and realizing that we are capable of doing anything that we want to do. As always, thank you guys so much for sitting and yapping with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love ya. Bye.